A small motorcycle is trapped under a 15-ton dump truck. There is blood on the road. If you witness this kind of accident scene, what feeling would come up in you? Or what would you do? I once asked this question during a lecture. The answers were very different. One person said, I would call 911. Another person said, I would be too scared. Someone else said, I would not wait for 911. I would take the person directly to the hospital. Then I said, there may also be someone who thinks, is the fault 20 to 80 or 30 to 70? Many people laughed and said, would anyone really think like that? But people like that do exist. Just because I cannot easily imagine a response does not mean that response does not exist. Even when people see the same scene, each person may bring a completely different mind forward first. The problem begins right here. We often treat the mind that naturally comes up in us as normal. Then we may decide that someone else's response is abnormal. That is when misunderstanding appears in communication. Friction appears too. One person sees the structure, another person sees the emotion, another person moves into action first. Human minds are that varied. The response that comes to me first is not the only possible response. Even a response I cannot easily understand may still be a real flow of mind inside that person. So the goal here is not to judge another person's response too quickly. It is to notice that each person may bring a different mind forward first. The same is true when we look at just one person. From the moment we wake up in the morning until the moment we go to sleep at night, we do not live by holding only one mind. The mind keeps moving. Even the same person can respond in a completely different texture depending on the situation. At one moment, a person pushes strongly. At another moment, the person becomes cautious. At another moment, the person becomes warm. At still another moment, the person looks at the facts coldly. Even if someone seems to keep the same mind all day, its strength keeps changing. In the same kind of situation, the person may get very angry once and simply let it pass another time. The color and strength of the mind are always flowing and changing. Egogram is a tool for looking at that movement. Egogram does not treat the mind as one fixed personality. It reads the mind as several flows of energy that think, feel, and act in different ways depending on the situation. Torbit TA looks at that flow through 6 ego states. These 6 cells are not separate personalities. They are 6 energy patterns moving together inside one person. In other words, they are 6 selves within me. In one situation, one of them stands in front. In another situation, another one steps forward. So the key is not to fix the idea of what kind of person I originally am. The key is to read which mind is standing in front right now. This is why the result graph you are looking at has 6 spaces. Each space shows a different energy of the mind. Some spaces may be higher right now and others may be lower. This is not a judgment of good or bad. It is a structural sign that shows how my mind is arranged and moving at this moment. From here, we will meet those 6 minds, one by one. We will look at the features of each mind in the graph, that is each ego state. We will also see how its strength or weakness may show up in real life. The goal of this chapter is not to judge people. Different people really can use different minds first. Even within one person, the arrangement of the mind keeps changing. This chapter is about holding on to that sense.